Don't run through red lights hoping that it's going to end up turning to a green light. The red light will always be red and the green will always be green. History does not mean anything. You can meet someone tomorrow and marry them in 2 weeks and that could be the person for you versus someone that you knew for 5 years.
Girls can never say they want it. Girls can never say they need it. Girls can never say they want it.
What's up guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. My name is tonibryanne. In today's video we're going to be talking about leveling up and in the category dating in your 20s. So without further ado, let's get straight into this video. So although I am a newbie to the 20s world, and although I am a newbie for the dating game, I feel like I have quite a few experiences with dating in my 20s, and I've learned lots of lessons in how to date properly, and I'm getting closer to meeting the person for me because I have just been really dating strategically and just not wasting my time. I'm really starting to really value my time in regard to not going on a date. Oh, he might be cool. Now I'm like, does he match these things? Can he fit for me? This, that, and the third. And I don't know, y'all. I think I might. Let's not get too excited, but we'll see. And yes, I am young, and no, I'm not in any rush to be in a relationship, but it is just, a good skill, I feel, to know how to date properly in your 20s, especially if you are trying to find someone in a certain time frame. I'm gonna tell you guys what I learned so far with dating in my 20s, and I guess a survival guide on dating in your 20s and what you should look out for, what you should expect, what morals you should have for yourself. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get straight into this video. So starting off with number 1, don't ignore the red flags. So sometimes as women, we tend to ignore the red flags, and it may be because we're just trying to find the best or the better in a man. We're looking for the better and we're looking for the best outcome of every person. Now, just because someone has a red flag, that does not mean they're a bad person, but it just means it's going to save you your peace not talking to them and not being with them. Some examples of red flags, if y'all don't know some red flags, is he's never been in a relationship, he doesn't have a good relationship with his family, he's disrespectful, he's jobless, and my favorite, he slanders his ex the whole date. Those are some major red flags, and it just saves you a heartache by recognizing those red flags and just separating your ways from that person. Now this goes for women too. Well, men dating women as well. Y'all need to pay attention to red flags as well. Women slandering their ex, women that tend to use you for money and benefits. Y'all tend to think that's every woman, but there are select few. I'm gonna, acknowledge the fact there are women out there that do that. They'll just go out with you for a free meal. That is very true, but it's not all women. Let me get that out there. But yes, just pay attention to those red flags. Make sure you are dating effectively for yourself, and don't rush past those things. Don't run through red lights hoping that it's going to end up turning to a green light. The red light will always be red and the green will always be green. Number 2, stand strong on your non-negotiables. This kind of ties in with the red flags. Although I think that there are universal red flags, I also think there are red flags for your own personal life, which are your non-negotiables. So some of your non-negotiables are not wanting someone with children, wanting someone in a certain career, or wanting someone that has a career at least, wanting someone that does not live at home still. Certain attributes that you may have, stand strong on those. I just feel like it stands as a level of dignity you have within yourself. I feel like a lot of us kind of switch up on our non-negotiables, and some people might say that the non-negotiables are just being unrealistic, but I feel like there are certain non-negotiables. Of course, I don't think you should be unrealistic, don't be ridiculous, but certain things that you have to stand on, you have to forever stand on, even if this guy has every qualification in the book, but that non-negotiable. A non-negotiable means we're not talking about that. We can't do that. One of my non-negotiables is someone that does not believe in God or believe in something. I'm completely fine if you're in another religion, but not believing in something, not having faith just kind of makes me nervous because I feel like you're just reckless about life. You're not gonna feel like you have any repercussions with life. That's just my opinion. That's my non-negotiable. That does not mean that if you're an atheist that you're a bad person, but it's just not for me. That's something I stand on. We need to stand on our non-negotiables that are realistic, but also just kind of determines how we value ourselves, and I feel like it's important. Those are your non-negotiables for a reason. You know why it's a reason. If you have to write down why that is a reason why that non-negotiable is a non-negotiable, write it down. And if it makes sense and it sounds realistic and reasonable, keep it written down and stand on it. Stand on your non-negotiables. Don't let anybody try and take you away from your non-negotiables. I feel like you just gotta stand on that, and you will find someone that does not have any of those non-negotiables, I promise. Number 3, we have to stop having a type and being shallow. Looks aren't everything, and I'm gonna say that very clearly. Don't look for the finest piece of meat out there because that does not mean they're a good person. Someone could look good physically, but be ugly eternally. And I feel like the ugliness on the eternally overshadows the physical beauty or attractiveness. So I think it's really important to, like, if you see you keep picking the same exact person, take a pause. Let's do a little bit of dissecting, seeing who you constantly keep picking. Even listen to your friends. Of course, I know don't listen to your friends completely all the time. Listen to yourself first, but they are looking on the outside, okay? You can't see from their point of view of what they see. And you're a little bit biased to your own choices. So listen to what they have to say. They keep saying you keep picking the same person, you just keep picking the same guy over and over again. Different names, different vessel. Like, pay attention to that. Do a little bit of dissecting within yourself. Take a break from dating. Try and see what you do and don't like. Try and see what you want and don't want in a partner, and then step your way back into the dating game and watch how you literally will pick a totally different person once you do that. I guarantee you it's gonna work. So just pay attention to that. Pay attention to like who you typically date, where they're from, whom they're around. Pay attention. Those are so important. Once you take a step back, figure out what your standards are, I promise you'll never go back to that same person that just keeps hurting you, damaging you, not providing you peace. Your partner provides you peace, not chaos. And if a man is providing you with just chaos, leave him alone. Next point I have, number 4, I believe, trust your gut. Your gut is what I always say is God, okay? Look at it every single time you've made a mistake, you've made decisions that you regret. I guarantee you, your gut told you in the beginning, this don't seem right. If you keep feeling like, he keeps starting arguments, he's a little rude to his mother, he'll go days without talking to me, he not providing me peace. That's your gut, and your gut is probably right 9 out of 10 times. Let's just pay attention to like certain traits that people have, and like if it's bothering you that much, that's your gut saying this don't feel right, and they're not gonna help you with eternal peace and eternal happiness. Let that person go. It's okay. And the longer you stay and stick around with someone, the harder it is to let them go, and the harder it is to heal. So like, I don't know why y'all be trying to prolong this disheartening stuff, because it's just gonna hurt your feelings even more. Let that person go as soon as you can. Like, once you notice certain things and your gut is really saying leave this person alone, leave that person alone. Your gut is literally God. If you don't believe in God, just know it's yourself, I guess. Your gut is so important. Whether you think it's God, your guardian angel, yourself, the universe, they're trying to help you out. Figure that out and trust your gut and let that man go. And number 5, the minute you realize it's toxic, leave. Like I said, toxicity does not change. I don't know why people say we've been through the ups and downs and it's so hard. You're forever going to be struggling in a relationship that just starts off with toxicity. You just stick around. Stop staying for so long. Realize that your peace is more important. And like I said before, the longer you stay, the harder it is to leave and the more pain that you're going to have on your heart. Just let that person go as soon as you can. Move on, elevate, become the best version of yourself. Even sometimes you latching onto someone, you're hindering them as well. So if you really care about and love someone, you would let them go as soon as you can too, because that's stopping each of you from being able to blossom and grow into the person that you're meant to be. If you keep going back to that person, they're not the one. I promise you. People that are meant to be together do not keep breaking up and getting back together. I don't know why y'all think that's the way it is. It's not the way that is. It's toxic. Leave. If that person's always making you cry, not tears of joy, tears of sorrow and sadness, let that person go. They're not for you. Y'all gotta stop holding on so tight into these relationships just because y'all have history. History does not mean anything. You can meet someone tomorrow and marry them in 2 weeks and that could be the person for you versus someone that you knew for 5 years. Stop holding on to dead weight and let that person go. Y'all really be stopping yourselves from growing. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all do not know how to let people go. It is okay. I know that you love them or you think you love them. T. But 9 out of 10 times, you're just hurting yourself even more. So once it's toxic from the beginning, dip. ASAP. No Rocky. Seriously. And this is like kind of like a number 6, but not really. I just want to say this completely. If you are looking for a committed relationship, do not continue seeing people who are just going with the flow or looking for something casual. When someone tells you they just want to be in a casual relationship or they just want to go with the flow, they want to be single. Stop trying to hold on to people or trying to force them into a committed relationship, because it's just gonna leave you sad and heartbroken and be a waste of your damn time. Stop it. Y'all gotta stop, because I see this way too many times. If you didn't want to be in a relationship to begin with, you cannot force no man to be in a relationship after. Now it's different if y'all both were like me, doing casual, we having fun, we here, we there, and then we end up together. That's different. But if one person does not want to be in a relationship, don't try and force them to be in a relationship. It's fine. There's plenty of people that do want to be in a relationship, okay? Alright y'all, so those are the dating tips I can give you guys for your 20s, okay? Dating in your 20s is fun, tiring, a lot, stressful, but fun nonetheless. You learn so much about yourself. You learn so much about who's out there, people that are in the dating world, so many different men and women out there, so many different types of people. It's a very interesting assessment of like what is out there. It is sometimes disappointing because our generation, whew, it feels like there's 3 men out there and they're all married. But you will find somebody eventually. Don't rush it. Just analyze yourself, focus on you, and the right person will come for you. Like if you really date with a purpose, I think that's a little bit different, but it just all depends. Every relationship is different. There's no perfect relationship. There's no perfect way in finding a partner. So also know that you guys have plenty of time. We're in our 20s. Don't let anyone tell you, oh, you're 27, you're old. You're not old. You still have lots of time. Don't listen to these people. I'm not even get into that. So if y'all like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Please comment down below some of your non-negotiables, some of your tips that you have for dating in your 20s. I'd like to know, and we all would like to know, honestly. And I will see you all in my next video. Love you guys. Bye. Mwah.